and welcome to the AEW Dynamite Preview. We are the Dudley Boys of What Culture. I'm Adam Wilbourn, joined by Michael Hamflett and Michael Sidgwick, here to look ahead to tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to What Culture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Where we do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review AEW Dynamite, but also AEW Collision, Raw, SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. Pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round of the week complete with a bloody good quiz, of course, on Wrestle Culture. As I said, though, joined by Hamflett and Sidgwick to look ahead to Dynamite tonight and the go-home show ahead of Winter is Coming.
You'll take one whenever you get it.
If I've...
Give it a little sauce.
Well, that was the winter part of it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Jack Frost's nodding back there.
Jack and Frost.
Yes!
Jack
and Frost. I'm trying to think of Christmas jizz now. Jizmas.
Jizmas.
Merry Jizmas. Season's beatings.
God, that sounded
sack beaten off.
Sack.
Suck my sack. Anything? Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
It's got to be more.
Ahead of Dynamite tonight.
It's got to be more.
There's loads more. There's lots of potential in this.
Yeah. I can't think of any. I can't think of any. Jizmas was good.
Jizmas was good.
Sorry, I've derailed this in 10 seconds. Well, he did, actually. So
Jolly old Saint Dick.
Yeah, excellent. That is excellent.
Sorry, it's Dynamite.
Fappy Christmas.
yes!
Anyway, Dynamite. It's been a while since I have reiterated my pro wrestling philosophy and why I think so often it fails. It fails so often with these wacky vehicular stunts, overproduced entrances, this total emphasis on style and quality and, the joy of pro wrestling, the euphoria of professional wrestling, and it is harnessed so rarely, is that it has an unprecedented advantage in the field of entertainment. Okay? Unprecedented. This is why, fundamentally, I'm so profoundly disappointed and let down by pro wrestling a lot of the time, particularly in this bland competence era that is 2025. And it is that, unlike, you can do it with sports, movies, okay, right? But the joy and the magic and the euphoria and the magic of pro wrestling is that it is an emulation of sport where, because you can predetermine and control the outcome, your guy should get to win. My team has won a trophy once, right? It was the absolute best. The absolute best. Pro wrestling can't really touch that, but it can come close, and it should come a lot closer, right? It can emulate sport, that athletic, dramatic thrill of high stakes, the person, the team that you want to win so desperately, and the booker can just make it so with his magic wand. That is the spirit and essence and the beauty of professional goddamn wrestling. So I'm asking Tony Khan is for you to cast that spell tonight, because my team, Newcastle United Football Club, are a bunch of cowards.
Oh, God.
I wonder where this was going.
I mean, 7 from 9, Whistler's coming back. It ain't necessarily the end of the world, but every single fucking time this season, you think a corner is being turned, a bit of momentum is being developed, and they themselves. They absolutely their pants or don't turn up. And it's such a cruel season because you think, all right, okay, well, this is it now. When real quiz part, because they've had a couple of back-to-back wins. They've looked the business. They've battled hard to grind out that win. It's like, well, that's what you need to do. You need to grind out that win. It ain't pretty. But you can get the confidence. And every single goddamn time, you think, all right, well, it's happening now. It's happening now. Back-to-back Premier League wins. Season starts now. It's December. Maybe it'll start in August when it starts. Right? It's cruel. I'd rather we just drew or lost every game.
I mean,
For those unaware, yeah.
And have no expectations. The goal we conceded to drop 2 points last night against Spurs, who are bobbins. Sorry, Matt Lawton. I'm sorry, Matt Lawton. Right. It was a farce. An absolute farce. So I'm not getting happy thrills from real sport. So goddamn it, pro wrestling in 2025. It's where the best wrestle. I don't care about the quality of the match. I want to find someone who I love and for them to win or for them to lose in heartbreaking fashion, knowing that in my heart, well, it's fine. We're going to win the cup because you're allowed to do whatever you want. It's a work. Emulate, for me, the thrill of sport. And guess what? Tonight could be the night.
Yeah.
Tonight could be the night. You got the C2, which started brightly last week. There are some tasty fixtures. It's a good game week. It's a good match week. So deliver that to me. And also, of more significance, is I want to run through a brick wall on Eddie Kingston's behalf tonight, because there's a face-to-face meeting with Samoa Joe designed to promote and build their match at Winter is Coming. And going back to that sporting analogy, it's when you've got a big match coming up and it's against a team that you're probably going to lose to, right? And you go back, like Liverpool, Newcastle, one of the most famous Premier League fixtures, like
the most famous. Give it.
It's not the most famous anymore.
No. I still think
for a certain generation. Of
maybe I switched off the league for 8 years. So yeah, that's reasonable.
In the 90s, it was probably the most famous fixture because certainly the two. It was back to back. We lost 3-4. Newcastle to Liverpool, back to back seasons, I think it were, and they were the most thrilling, dramatic, certainly the best games of the 90s in the Premier League. And then every time, for a certain amount of years, like you play Liverpool after in the sort of pre-match hype, because you want to get excited about the thing that happens, Tony Khan, you are reminded, oh God, not again with these. And then you get that sort of, I don't have the constitution to deal with the agony and ecstasy of real sport, which is why I think I love pro wrestling so much, even though it's horrible to me. Because I know in the end, you can fake it and make the guy you like win. So I want that in this Eddie Kingston. I know I'm skipping ahead to an actual bullet point here, not giving you my proud thoughts, but I want Samoa Joe to cruelly remind Eddie Kingston of his perennial status as the Nelly man, the disappointment, the guy who people like, but the entertainers of Kevin Keegan, like, oh, it's great to watch you and people love you, but you can't get it done. And if anything, people love you. I don't think they should. You're a laughing stock. You are, to me, a laughing stock. And I will be pissing myself laughing when I choke you out in the middle of that ring, Eddie Kingston. Now, a much better promo.
Kevin
Kingston, Eddie Keegan. I want to feel that sort of defiant. Nah, it's this time. It is this time after all this time. I mean, it ain't going to be. It's a televised title defense. But I want to be worked into it. I want to be fooled into it. I want that sporting thrill to be emulated. I want Samoa Joe. I don't want it to be too arch tonight. I want it to be cruel. And again, like one of the thrills, like Samoa Joe can embody this as a heel champion because he's got that aura. Like Tony Khan likes to protect him in the booking. Like sport is so goddamn great because it is itself a movie half the time, where you've got heels, you've got baby faces, like you've got dynasties. Like it was so great whenever Manu got beat in the 90s. Or like, here's something like, was there like a famous, really not likable basketball team who just, was it maybe
had to be the Bulls, right? Like there would have been just as many people that hated the Bulls as
Patriots in NFL.
Patriots in the NFL, like just this arrogant dynasty who felt entitled to success. It felt like the very earth was ordered to favor them in certain big calls, like in England, in the Premier League, they used to call it Fergie time, where magically a certain amount of extra minutes would get added to just the Man U games so that they could secure their traditional last-minute winner, and you just wanted to see them knocked off their perch, just to show ass a little bit. Like Samoa Joe needs to embody that energy tonight of this I'm not losing. I've literally just won the title. I'm Samoa Joe. You're a laughing stock, Eddie Kingston. I want Eddie Kingston to like eat his face. I want to feel it's not going to be CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston on Rampage. It ain't. Even though you've got two like incredibly awesome generational talkers, really, in Joan Kingston. The ingredients aren't there. The timeline isn't quite as, it isn't anywhere near as euphoric as it was back in 2021. But try. This is as well got a bit of a skin in this game because I've been campaigning for AEW to do more of this.
Yes.
I don't want your town hall promos.
Someone said in the comments yesterday, Sidge finally got his promo talking to you into the big title match with Bron Breakker on Raw.
I got that. I'm getting this. This is... They have... I hope this goes as well as possible, and Eddie Kingston's up for it. And even if he isn't, Samoa Joe can use some of that experience magic. Oh, come on, you get marble mouth. You want to get your words out or whatever. I want this to feel like it can go awry, like it can be combustible. And I want this to completely smash it because Tony Khan might have this eureka moment of, oh, hang on, I should be doing this for a lot of matches. I've got enough belts, got enough title matches to promote, maybe more of this, Still want a bit more flavor from the angles as well. I don't want to just see exclusively face-to-faces. But you keep it simple, stupid with a dynamic like this. I really hope this is awesome. If for nothing else, for my personal validation, my vindication, my respect. But I'm taking the piss. I really want Tony Khan to watch this, have his mind blown all over again by, oh, hang on. I'm excited, even more so than usual. Because I'm Tony Khan and I'm excited about everything. But I'm extra excited here. Oh, hang on. I should do this all the goddamn time.
Despite our divides, I felt a spiritual connection to Sidgwick during that run.
Yes, before you give your thoughts very quickly, for those unaware, to wrap up the sacred tangent. Newcastle played Spurs at home yesterday. Bruno Guimaraes took the lead for Newcastle with a great, well-worked team goal. Nice strike. Laid off by
Voltamada assist. Then hold a play. It's the only thing he did, to be fair.
Christian Romero?
Yeah.
Christian Romero, header. What the hell are you doing here?
It was an unbelievable header, to be fair. I don't think many keepers are saving that.
Then I think it's fair to say, controversial.
Oh, God, penalty. It was soft. It was SAWFD. Swift.
VAR's good.
Anthony Garden.
Does the job.
Sometimes it does too good a job because when they slow down these replays and they sort of dwell on this decision, it's always going to look a lot worse if you keep scrutinizing that footage over and over and over again. It gets this confirmation bias almost, where it's
but it does do the work a human eye can't. So that
it happens at every corner. It was just two big lads having a push and a pull whilst the corner happened, basically.
But to be fair, I will say, maybe it's a legacy VAR decision overdue because as soft as that was, Walter Marder has been getting.
Oh yeah,
Walter Marder in prior games has just been getting sort of shirt pulled all the time, and. It's within the rules of the game. He's being impeded. So maybe he would deserve it on the balance of the season.
Anthony Gordon buries the penalty. 2-1. Goes into injury time. Corner play. I think
top of my head came off.
Played in.
Head was on Mars.
Sidge described this to me
Aaron Ramsdale
just before we came to record.
Punches the ball. And Christian Romero, again, defender, captain for Spurs, attempts an overhead kick.
But here's the thing. If you have the headline of this goal described to you, it sounds absolutely goated. A defender scores an overhead kick from 16 yards.
Inside the box, but yeah.
Well, it's an 18-yard box, mate, so 16, so yes.
Yeah, but I mean, towards the edge of the box. It's a great hit. Well, a great attempt.
Well, you think, oh my God, that sounds like a goal of the season contender. No, actually it doesn't, because it goes past 4 gormless twats.
It does just sort of bounce a bit. Oh, it's gone in.
Sorry, you were saying.
Hence 2-2, hence.
That
just wanted to wrap up for the...
Got it, Desmond.
I was listening. I said,
Could be worse. You could have lost 5-1 last night, but don't worry.
Did you?
Yeah, but it's in the...
Oh, right. Okay, well, you don't care about it, so...
We've already won that, so...
Got that one.
Back when it was proper. Johnson's Paint Trophy.
Yeah. Kind of died after the old Papa John's era.
Yeah.
There was... Despite mine and Sidge's divides in terms of football and wrestling in some respects, there was that Athletic article yesterday.
Yeah, we still get along.
Well, yeah, we're still friends. How's that happen? The Athletic correctly identifying, did the happiness rankings of the Premier League teams. It put Sunderland at number 1, as it should, as a fan base. Could all come crashing down in 2 weeks, but right now, happiness at an all-time high.
Nope.
All-time high happiness. But I don't care if some of you think I'm a I feel exactly what Sis describes, sports team failing about WWE. And in the shadow of the Survivor Series, Raw was good, but in the shadow of the Survivor Series, and we've just recorded some of our Talking Heads videos to like round out the year and stuff, and a little bit of a spoiler on mine, like why I've leaned towards AEW, edging the year over WWE. A bad year, the worst year since there's been 2 North American majors, is that there's been just less fumbles in AEW, way less.
Fewer.
Thank you. Always worth correcting that. I'll never get it, but it's always worth correcting it. There's something else. That, and I'll never be able to spell guarantee. It will never go in. Ever,
All right.
Ever. And that won't go in
There's
either.
certain words I can't spell, but I have no problems with guarantee.
Yeah, can't get it.
G-U-A.
Fewer.
Ranty.
Guarantee.
That sounds like the start of a G-U-A, Ranty. Yeah, fewer, thanks, fumbles in AEW this year than WWE. And that equal frustration to me. I watched WWE in the exact way Sid just described a sports team, wanting my sports team to succeed and be the best, and then like WrestleMania 40. The one thing where I would disagree with you on is it was the same as a Sunderland late winner. The WrestleMania 40, the euphoria of the WrestleMania 40 conclusion was like the same feeling I get when Sunderland get a late winner. That really does replicate that for me. Not just because I'm rooting for Cody Rhodes to win, but it's like my favourite thing's the best. It is operating at the best it can be, and all I had to do was wait 22 years. You know, like that's that feeling. And because of the fewer fumbles this year for AEW, I want them now to stick the landing here with this Eddie Kingston Samoa Joe thing. Like, I want this promo to be so successful that it completes what has already happened with the mere announcement of the match and made me think that actually they're going to do it. And within 2 weeks, a lot of, I don't want to say rants, I don't think any of us were particularly negative on Joe winning the belt. It was more a case of, oh, fair enough. Like, which is its own problem. Gets explained away by Kingston beating him for it. And it's like, well, yeah, that makes way more sense. He was a transitional champion in the truest sense of the word. And we get the fantasy booking that everybody begged for years ago.
Yes.
But now, and MJF says, I've got my contract, mate. And there's a pay-per-view. It's called World's End. I'll have it then. Thanks very much.
Oh my God.
Like, there's
Two
a
short reigns back to back. I like it.
Yeah.
I do.
It's how the business used to work.
It's different as well.
It is different as well. But like that's how this always used to work. It's Tony Khan giving you a direct payoff to something everybody begged for years ago when Kingston was at the peak of his powers. Like this was the exact title reign that people wanted with the exact cutoff. And it is in AEW's lap to deliver it with the stipulation that with Christian Cage people despised. You now have the chance to make good on something that you sense is irking people again. He's still got that fucking title shot. Like there'll be some doomsday freakazoids that are deeply unhappy with a briefcase adjacent title shot, I imagine. So the fact that you could pay it off in a way that satisfies everybody by delivering on the fantasy booking from years ago and justifying why you would take the belt off Hangman at this specific time, it's
Enjoy your Christmas with the belt.
Yeah.
Don't eat too much turkey, Eddie.
Yeah.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Like have it around the table on Christmas Day. Like so your mother can take one last look at it. Like
Wrap it up for yourself and reopen it. I don't know. Do you ever do that? Do you ever, like, my dad used to do that, buy Christmas presents for himself. Do you ever do that?
Makes sense now we're all older, doesn't it? I don't like gifts, but yeah, like for the ceremony of opening stuff in front of the kids, that I have to have something. Like Adele says, well, what do you want? I was like, you know what I want? Nothing. But like
Crisps.
Yeah, crisps and some alone time. But like you can't wrap
Can't really
But at the
wrap
same
that.
time?
always.
Yeah,
That's where I must
alone.
my comfort zone because then I can gorge and look disgusting.
No, me and the missus, we have never gone overboard ever with gifts.
Same.
Gifts. We're not particularly material people.
Same.
I'll buy my absolute favorite films on Blu-ray. That's pretty much it. Clobber, clothes. I like some clothes from time to time.
Do you watch those Blu-rays very often?
Like on an annual basis.
Is that like a yeah?
It's time for it's time for Tremors.
Because I did start.
It's time for Big Trouble in Little China.
I started doing that with TV. I bought like The Wire and I bought The American Office, and then I realised I wasn't watching them, so I sold them. Like I was like, even that is a thing that I've kind of had to just accept. As
and here's the thing as well. It's like if you ever got the absolute urge to watch one of them, and they've dropped off the streaming services to which you subscribed. If you really want it, you'll just pay not that much money.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm all about, really, I like experiences, family days out, nice meals with the missus. We're going for seafood on Saturday night, on a rare day night. Gonna get some crab. Oh, crab, bro. So good. And coffee. That's my one luxury indulgence. So for Christmas this year, we're just getting each other sweets.
You call it Cribsmas.
They literally had a 3-night special thing a few years back called Cribsmas. I went to all 3. Brilliant.
Why can't you do the 25th?
12 years ago, that was. They were brilliant. They were all at the Brood now, back to back.
In my old job, a conversation was sparked. Why are you getting Frank's for Christmas and all the rest of it? And I said, a waffle maker. I went, what? I was like, we're watching Parks and Rec. You seen Parks and Rec?
No, but I know of.
And is it Leslie, the protagonist?
Yeah.
Leslie, no, she loves waffles. So we were watching it. Like, we were binge watching Parks and Rec at the time, and she was just waffles after every episode. So I could really do the waffle right now. And we're both like, oh, God, waffles are good. So got a waffle maker, because we always set like a maximum birthdays and Christmas, 50 quid, and that's it.
Yeah.
That is it. And there were other people going, oh, such and such is getting me a PS4 or whatever the latest
Mad,
thing was.
Yeah, insane.
It's mental. How's that
Like a
work?
holiday.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Just well, for one, are a lot of your finances not kind of like shared or 3/4 shared once you've been together a long time?
Mm-hmm.
Like for 2, like that is such a massive thing in your life. Surely you just have a conversation about when the right time is to buy that, and then you get it for yourself. / it's technically for Christmas.
Yeah,
but really,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the 500 quid outlay has now been spent. But like, I'm getting you a new 3-piece suite. That's just like, you would never say that, but it's the equivalent financially speaking. Like, open it. We've got what's this wrap
Louise
thing?
got me one for either a birthday or Christmas recently. I want to get that out.
Don't ruin a surprise. Guess what? Well, we're doing it now. We'll get C2 coverage. Will be imminent.
It's time to play the game! Time to play the game! Ha 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 ha!
Did it. So I did say we're getting each other sweets. I've just asked for sweets. What am I getting Francis for Christmas? What am I buying my wife, my beloved wife, for Christmas this year?
Based on everything we've just heard, do we think it's like
Practical.
Well, I was going to say it could be both here. I was thinking something foodie, but like from
Slow cooker.
No.
Okay.
3 guesses each.
Just thinking food related, yeah?
Yeah, I was like thinking of a particular.
Going through what we've got in our kitchen.
It might not be an instrument with which to.
I was thinking about
make
the food
food.
itself from like the
Yeah.
you go like the Phoenix stuff, don't you? Like the particular or M&S potatoes or something. You know, just something that's like a posher version of a regular thing.
Yes.
So I was thinking like the nicest chips. or
Oh,
whatever.
you're in the ballpark.
Oh, wow, I thought, yeah.
Do you know that they reverse the Greg signs? And if you take a photo of the Phoenix window, it actually
Yes.
tells Greg's.
Good business, that. I like that.
I'm not sure if any people are you aware of this or.
Okay.
I think that's
You've
good.
been through a guess.
So it's like posh. Why is the only food? I've said potatoes and I said chips. They're the same thing, Hamflett. Like,
like
I was gonna
triple
go
cooked.
to crisps next.
Triple cooked.
I need to think of a non-potato related food stuff.
Well, I'm not getting a potatoes.
Really, like
Look at the packaging. Right, okay, it says really so far.
really fancy, like sausages from a butcher that she loves or something.
No.
You know, like they
No,
do those bundles
no,
at Christmas time.
I'm not getting a sausages. I mean, I'll say that I'm not getting a sausages. That's ridiculous. But what I'm actually getting her is also like that for Christmas.
I hate fancy sausages.
Yeah,
Yeah, just give me Cumberland, Tesco or Sainsbury's.
Cumberland's quite fancy.
No, and when they're like,
it isn't,
with-
man.
It's supermarket. It's supermarket fancy. But
when
you
they're
can
like,
get those
we
bang
put-
average.
Yeah, but
like,
there's levels, buddy.
yeah, I've got one up from
It's
value.
not gourmet.
What's fancy then?
When they're like, oh, let's put some apple in there.
Oh,
out
but they're
of here.
only supermarket fancy. They're BS. I don't
Like,
like
you
that.
get like proper gourmet, like actual like artisan sausage makers. That's
Right.
what I get.
I hate the fruit flavour in a sausage.
So you're
It's
on the
rubbish.
right. Is it like a you're both going on like a couple's cooking? Sorry, I've just realised what I've done.
You were going to do C3 there, weren't you?
A Sidgwick family cooking course together.
No, it's a
it's a
product.
good-
It's a product.
So you're getting sweets, but I don't think it's going to be as route one as chocolate. Or is it? No.
That was a guess. So
2-2.
bit of
Right.
Desmond.
Luxury, I'll go last punt because you like coffee. Luxury tea bags.
Nope.
Not sausage. Not tea.
I won't be giving Francis a sausage for Christmas.
So how long we've been married?
Cheese.
No, pork scratchings.
What?
Fancy Dan, extra crunchy pork scratchings.
Yeah. I get it.
I get it. And I understand that it's like genuinely a really nice, thoughtful gift. But also, if you just told someone that, they'd think you'd run through the service station at 11:59.
Yeah.
What have you got back there?
I would.
Some car wax. Yeah, I mean, she's got the car, so that works as well.
So pork scratchings obviously aren't my favourite of that genre. Crisps are. But I would, if
Where do
Adele...
pork scratchings sit for you?
Mid-table. Like nice, yeah, in the packeted snacks. Like...
Push for Europe occasionally?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. You want a cup run out of them. They never win in the league, but you want a cup run out of them.
Tricky place to go, though, pork scratchings.
Yeah, pork scratchings away in January when the weather's rubbish.
You do it on a
Cool wet Wednesday and pork scratchings.
This time of year, pork scratchings, I'll go with, actually.
Yeah.
I'll get some tomorrow.
Whatever the crisp equivalent of those are for me, right? I would love off Adele if she bought me some, but not the fancy variant, just loads of the ones I like. So let's say it was like Walker's cheese and onion is a good example, right? That's a Route 1 flavour, but they're really good. F off. Walker's cheese and onion
I agree with
are
you, by the
really
way.
good. So
like
what I want is
12 packs, like 144 packs of cheese and onion.
We are so effing today, mate, because you've nailed the exact number. 12 12s. 12 was exactly what I was thinking.
12 days of Christmas.
Oh my God, I like it.
12
Right.
bags. The 12 bags of Christmas.
12 bags of Crispmas. That would be my true love giving to me everything I've ever wanted in my life. Yeah, I wouldn't want like, like what do they even, it would be like sort of brie and red onion.
Yeah.
That would be an equivalent of posh cheese. I was going to swear there. I hate them. I hate like fussing up crisps. The one exception of Walker Sensation roast chicken, because they're better than your average roast chicken.
It's got thyme in there.
Yeah, it's the chicken crisps. But like, I just happen to like that flavour of chicken that they've put on top of the crisp. But yeah, the massive
With a monocle.
the massive quantity of a flavour I like.
44 bags of crisps.
Well, you would spend the same. You would spend the same, wouldn't you?
Like when you're a kid and you're looking like for your bike or whatever, and the Christmas tree, there's a big box. Like, that might be it. It's like shaking it. Wait a second.
Immediately launching in.
I'm telling you, like,
Someone's got it, one of the
I
elves got
was
into
so
it.
business like on Christmas morning. Sorry, we'll talk about the C2 imminently. It's a kind of Christmas in a way. Like, remember the N64 Christmas? I was just desperate for this N64 because my mate had one at the time. Not anymore. And I was like, oh, Mario Kart's good. GoldenEye's great. My PS1's suddenly looking like it might as well be a Master System, right?
Yeah.
Ugh, it's old. It's got 64 bits. It's twice as good. And I don't get to play it that often because guess what, people? Anticipating something that you get a little taste of, right, works. And I just saw that rectangular box. He's been... Yes, N64. What games? All the ones I asked for. Excellent. I will see you on Boxing Day. Oh, no, I'll see you for dinner. And you will not see my ass again all day.
Like, you're very much a product of your, as we kind of discuss and often learn over and over again through adulthood, you're very much a product of your upbringing, aren't you? You don't realise it's happening, and then you have kids and you realise, oh God, I'm passing something on to them that they will take with them. Oh no. But like, it's not like a violin story or anything. A bit of a financially fraught period in my youth that my parents were amazing at disguising, but really what my dad was doing was just like kind of polishing a lot of turds. And I've taken that on, and sometimes something can't be as fun as you think it is, but if you work the kids, it's just wrestling, really. Everything's pro wrestling. Like, just work it.
It's relevant to the podcast.
It is relevant. Well, it's wrestling related. I remember one birthday, used to, I just sense you're going to piss yourself. At me, not with me, but I don't care. Right,
Try not to laugh.
I got for my birthday one
Probably
year.
traumatic for this dude.
Well, you think so, but
And you trained us to not laugh.
Yeah, I did.
this is turning trauma into triumph. Sounds like the title of my crisp-related autobiography, right? Like I remember a birthday because it was right around.
Don't. You're still looking at me. Look ahead.
My birthday's at the end of April, right? So we didn't have Sky, but I had to wait for things like WrestleMania and a WrestleMania tape and a tape with like a bundle of various like follow-up TV shows that like I used to get recorded off uncles or colleagues. My dad didn't have colleagues because he'd just been made redundant, right? So
Don't tell it like that.
Come on,
the
man.
truth of the story.
Yeah,
Truth
yeah.
of the story.
My dad got made redundant as well.
This was the North in the 80s and 90s, right? So like, 2 videotapes, like long players, 6 hours apiece. That's 12 hours of the business, right? Talk about going up to your room and not coming back. Wrapped, obviously, but it was just a videotape. And a box, a big square box, right? Somebody had been to the cash and carry. A box of Walker's beef and onion, right? And these 2 tapes.
Could have been a more like kitchen sink ass flavor of crisp.
That was my favourite.
Beef and onion.
I miss Walker's beef and onion every day. I mean, I think...
I do like that. It's nice. It's like, it doesn't have to be the one where you get the bike or you get the...
No, the segment, like, so like it would have been WrestleMania 11, and then there would have been a series, a series of, yeah, it's the worst mania. It's the worst mania. And then, but then you get like, hey though, Sidge, hey though.
WrestleMania 11 and beef and onion crisps.
God, I was happy.
Got a PlayStation, so.
God, I was happy. Sid turns on Sean on Raw the next night, Bull in the Corner 100 plays for the ball knowers, like, and then you, like, it's, and then you've got like the full sort of maybe 2-3 weeks of Mania and like the Raw highlights and whatever. I was just so happy. Like, if that had been a bike, I'd have like, I'm a people pleaser since birth. I'd have gone, thanks. And I wouldn't know what to do with it.
And that doesn't mean you have to go outside.
Yeah, riding it wasn't going to be an option. That's just going to rot.
Can you
Yeah,
ride a bike?
I can,
Okay,
but it's
just
going to
clarifying.
You know, my folks made me. They would obviously try. They had seen a significant problem there, and they're trying to fix it.
A stick with a bag of beef and onion crisps to the end. How do I get after that then?
Just keep pedaling while I get to the crisps. God, yeah, I was just.
I like that though. That's nice.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Spoiled me. I would have went, what the hell's this?
Well, I'll tell you who else has got beef.
WrestleMania 10.
Oh, okay. I thought I was getting out of it, but fine.
No, we're not finished yet. No, not WrestleMania 10. Survivor Series 1994 arrived with additional telly. Vital, because Diesel won the belt. But we didn't have a long play video. So I stick it in. Yeah, Survivor Series time. Friday night. What the is this, Dad? So now, like, they've given up their night's telly on Sky to record this for you, and I don't know if you understand this at the moment, but jobs are at risk. I cut to 6 months later. What do you want me to do? We need to buy a long play video, Dad. Like, we need to drop £300 now. Like Brett and Backlund's are throwing the towel match. Like, not seen one of them in this generation. Come on. Like, Lex Luger's finally going to get revenge on Tatanka. You love that at SummerSlam, Dad. Get a long play video play. And he did.
In the C2, it's Kazuchika Okada versus Pac, Sidge.
I tell you what.
Doesn't compare to any of those memories, does Pac and Okada. Not a single one.
Well, I have memories of their absolutely stellar match at Dynasty last year, right?
Yes.
Okay. And here's the thing. Bit of nostalgia. Whenever I get too excited about AEW on these podcasts, whenever I got too excited about AEW on these podcasts, when something was announced or something had happened on the show that was set for the show after, I would just preview it after the review, even though we have a dedicated preview podcast, and think, oh, I've already done it. I've already done it last week. Because I was saying that whilst I'm excited, I'm just going to repeat myself, but I was excited last week, so I'm allowed. I'm in two minds about this because the match last year at Dynasty called for a situational babyface, particularly since at that time they were truly trying to establish Kazuchika Okada as, I know you've liked him as this sort of like demigod emerging from New Japan to do a Forbidden Door or a Dynamite match or whatever, but he is in canon a character now and he is a heel, so even though Pac has rarely played proper sympathetic babyface, kind of has to now for the dynamic, and it's all in service of Okada. And I just thought, you forget how awesome Pac is when he does something a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because he has been kind of playing this dour, methodical bastard who will go a bit harder in certain matches for a long time at this point. Like, almost too long. I'd like to see a Pac babyface run, actually. And Pac gave you a glimpse into how great he was as a babyface because his selling was absolutely first rate. The way he paced those comebacks to make it feel like really heartbreaking when he lost in the end, or like you thought, Jesus, I know like Okada's winning, but hang on, is Pac winning? Because he's scoring these near falls and he is wrestling with an urgency and this like weird emotion from Pac, who's quite a withdrawn miserable character. That match was awesome. Pac ain't playing situational babyface. Okada is simply too good a heel to do that right now. So I do worry about a sense of emotion here. The technique is absolutely, if this falls apart or is somehow flubbed in any way, it'll be a disgrace considering how great these are. And it's a case of, it's going to be another Battle of the Bastards following Okada versus Fletcher, which had a lot of fun with that quite unusual premise in US pro wrestling. I wonder if this one can be as fun as that, or if it can be so violent or so good that it, basically what I'm saying, it's quite a tricky proposition. I don't think it'd have to be incredible to beat that first match. So it's, in some ways it's going to feel like a diminished return, but I'm not going to say no to it. I just don't know how it's going to go, or how it can succeed. But guess what? I'm not the generational great pro wrestler. Okada is, and to a lesser extent, Pac is a lot of the time. So have at it. I don't know what this match looks like. I do want to know what this looks like, so I think it is a bit of curious matchmaking. I think it's more a case of if you're Tony Khan and you're putting these blocks together, you've got certain character directions in mind. You quite frankly have certain matches you want to see in mind. Speedball Mike Bailey's there to have good matches. Oh, I want to see Darby Allin versus Speedball. I do too. Well done. So I think Pac versus Okada seems to me the kind of, by virtue of being in the same block, this match kind of has to happen. And maybe it's happening on week 2 to kind of get it out the way. I don't think there's any grand design for this to happen, but I don't know what they've thought deeply about what it looks like, but
I like the fact that Okada lost last week, so he's got to kind of take the impetus here.
Yeah. So I do. I do like that.
I was going to say I've never thought once about the prospective quality of this match because I'm so invested in the permutations of the result.
Yeah,
this is good tournament booking already.
Yeah.
The dynasty thing hadn't crossed my mind. The fact that they have wrestled before didn't cross my mind. It's just like all of a sudden with Pac and this Moxley thing that is fast becoming the tree, John Mox tree, and Okada's first loss. The result matters. That's perfect week 1 booking if you made your week 2 match become a must-win for both. Brilliant.
Pac's looking a little bit like they want to do something with him again. Yeah. Half credible, you know? I will say I'll do the reverse curse. I remember previewing Dynasty and thinking, you know what Pac has got in him that a lot of people either are too scared to admit or don't want to admit. But guess what? I'm a little bit too real. And Pac has this tendency to wrestle quite drab, methodical matches that aren't amazing. Even though he himself individually, like his technique, like how he builds matches, like there's certain Pac matches that are out of this world. He can be boring at times. He can be real drab. And I was worried that, and so can Okada for that matter, and I worried about those sensibilities just fusing together and just becoming a pretty slow, well-worked gentleman's 3. Turns out it was incredible, their match. So, you know what? This is going to be a disappointing, drab, methodical encounter. Okay.
I tried to explain last week my thoughts on Pac in 2025. And basically, they're rooted in how unpredictable a figure he's been 2019 to present. Like, you'd be a liar to sit here and just say, Pac's not that exciting a wrestler. To Sidge's point, he's got like boring ones in him, but he doesn't have bad ones in him. The problem I've always had with Pac is a complete failure to invest after about 2023 when he would like disappear off television for a little bit. And I don't know, people's lives are whatever they are. But if I suddenly don't see a guy that is maybe going to be the world champion, despite the fact that in so many categories he's like perfect world champion material, it does something to my investment in the character long term. It makes me middle them, or it sort of, I just think I don't need to channel my emotions towards this figure anymore, who's certainly on launch, especially because, you know, like in various capacities, he means something to this part of the world. And, you know, I've seen him in social clubs and whatever. It's like, he's, you know, this is amazing. This is a guy that you never thought you'd see him make it to a level in WWE, let alone be a guy that could be a world champion in another major. I don't have that with Pac anymore, but I like being worked by the confines of a tournament. And I'm so impressed with the current state of the Death Riders and John Moxley that I have this investment in that payoff. So Pac's victories matter to me in the context of this tournament. I was critical of the mess that AEW makes with belts, Tony Khan makes with belts, but now that they had the guts to beat Okada on night 1, last week I thought, Okada now goes on a winning streak, and so does Fletcher. And then Okada's looking over his shoulder and being like, Fletcher needs to lose one, otherwise there's nothing I can do about it. It's taken out of my hands. It's that football thing again. What if Okada goes on a losing streak because this belt thing's been kind of rendered bollocks anyway? He can lose. They will what's the word I'm looking for?
Classify?
Unify?
Sorry.
Ununify. They'll basically split the belts back up should Okada lose the tournament. So in effect, he loses nothing. But it does mean you can have him go on like a reverse streak. So that's interesting. Like that's not something we would have expected, but they've kind of booked themselves out of a corner rather than into one with this Okada thing now. And I love that about, as I say, the result. I'm suddenly back in Pac for the first time to need wins when typically I'm like, Pac's here, but who cares? And Okada can now lose more than he's ever lost in his entire AEW run because it's in service of something while Takeshita flies up the block on the E-Gate, and Fletcher does in the Gold League. I love this already. I really do.
Well, yeah, sticking with the Gold League, someone's O has got to go. I mean, unless it's a draw, I suppose. It's Carl Fletcher versus Kevin Knight, the other two men who won in the Gold League last week.
Again, I really like this. I failed to do my research again. How is it working World's End vis-a-vis World's End?
You're not saying the whole World's End, Jenny?
Well, I haven't. Because last year was goated because it was Ospreay Fletcher in the block final and Okada Ricochet, which wasn't as good, but whatever. But then we got Ospreay Okada.
Did the double five.
We get the old double five. Both those matches were incredible. The bump Ospreay took for that Okada dropkick, my God, it was unbelievable. Anyway, because I think with the amount of investment they've put in Darby and how good the match could be, it's a pick'em. Okada's got to be in the final, obviously, because he's got to wrestle Takeshita at World's End. But it's against whom? And I think it's a straight choice between Fletcher and Darby. I think I'd prefer it to be. I don't know.
Fletcher beat him in the group stages, so they're playing in the knock. You know, it's like they've created a real cool situation for them. So I wouldn't have Darby when it. Darby, we're done. Like, like there'll be a time again for him. And that's a good thing, isn't it?
I think
like
Darby Okada.
2 consecutive losses for Darby.
Never seen it. I think it's like one of the, because Okada still has, I love you as a character that was a bit boring in him. I think Darby's the ideal opponent for Okada. Like, he could be quite incredible. Like, I think there's more Callis family drama if the rerun Fletcher Okada. I get it, but like Okada eventually just scraping past Darby in this incredible match, and then like just bragging about it afterwards. Even though you can't brag about that, Okada. But basically, so that puts me in mind for the result of this one. What if Kevin Knight goes 2-0 up, and you get the illusion of, hang on, is he getting made in this tournament? Because Fletcher, if it's going to be Darby, obviously has to lose at some point. I'm going Kevin Knight here.
And then you could do Knight Bailey. As Bailey could be 0-2.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, well, it doesn't really help if you win here.
Yeah.
But I like that. Yeah.
I would like Kyle Fletcher to win. I'm into the tournament in all of its kayfabe glory, and I would like Kyle Fletcher to win just to kind of really keep the pressure on Okada and sort of keep that like tension within the Don Callis family at a level that I didn't expect to care as much about as I do, basically. But I also like, this is a great tournament. I also like the idea of Knight being the kind of the surprise package of the season.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing to think about someone who was the clear pin eater on a graphic, forcing people to rethink their pick'ems or whatever, you know.
This is
how it should feel.
This is how it should feel, baby.
Switching leagues now to the Blue League.
Stuff. That's good.
It's a Death Riders.
We've established it's all good stuff.
Yeah.
We haven't said that in a while.
Yeah. It's nice to actually think it.
Well, it's a Death Riders showdown.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
Hoorah! Hoorah!
This is Miz quality.
Mox versus Claudio.
Ambrose versus Cesaro, 2 of his greatest rivals.
Shut your mouth. I'm going to every single second of this.
I'm going to bark at the telly when this is on.
This is going to be awesome. The moves will matter, Hamflett. like, how do they approach this? Who wins is massive
Yeah.
before anything else. It actually feels like a must win for both. Put like ramifications out the ass. How they even approach the match. The bit of body language where is Claudio just going to dominate and Mox is kind of like, is he the boss? It's not just every move, every second, every facial expression should count here. If I'm
fear in the sensational Sherry neutral corner.
yeah.
Oh God!
I'm honestly,
You were on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what if I don't think they're doing it deliberate. We can make WWE tropes good. I don't think they're of that mindset anymore. AEW, but bear with me. What if Mox steals one, and it's like, oh, you've even made that good after the disqualifications and countouts? What if Claudio just dominates this guy, just like takes his head off, like just top of my dick. Does Claudio Castagnoli have like a submission that he goes to often?
Didn't he? He was given the was it the sharpshooter or was it the Texas Cloverleaf? I can picture him.
Yeah.
One of them two ago, wasn't he?
Oh, that's interesting as well. So what if you can do that, and Moxie's just panicking and he's getting uppercutted into oblivion. There's count out teasers which they can use because they've built it because Moxie's extremely intelligent, and he's like, Jesus Christ, like Claudio's like, Jesus Christ, I'm kicking this guy's ass, but I mean, it is Moxley, it is core, I'm still in it. And then it ends in a roll-up. I don't know about putting the feet on the rope or out like that, because at the end of the day, I want Moxley to very gradually turn babyface, and we talked about how he should display those characteristics before the actual full official turn. But he can't steal one, and Claudio's like that. You've beat me like that. I think they can tell a story where Claudio's like, yeah, I've lost, yeah, and Moxley's won, but that doesn't really prove anything to me. And I know, like, in AEW land, an actual well-executed pin isn't this, oh, it's a strange slice of fortune, and this little geek has somehow won it. But they could play with that convention here.
It's a handful of tights for me. As soon as I saw the in the same league, I was thinking Moxley beats Claudio with a handful of tights, and I didn't even know, obviously, where the match was going to fall. I'm surprised and thrilled that it's this early in the tournament.
Me too.
Because it's almost getting quite a significant plot point out of the way to allow the rest of the story to breathe along in this tournament.
And it
But
makes
there must
a lot
be
more.
a plan as well.
Yeah.
I like the idea of a plan.
It's helping me trust the process that we're having it now, because they're not giving it away makes it sound like it was like pay-per-view worthy. If the story at the point at which World's End arrives has reached like boiling point between the Death Riders, then you'd be thinking, oh, and now he's still got Claudio to wrestle. Like, you could still get to it again, couldn't you? As the semi-final of the Blue League.
I like it here because I don't like, but it would have been disappointing if it was going into it in like week, I don't know, 4 or 5, and you're like, oh, well, kind of Mox kind of has to win for it to make sense in the league standings. This, it's like, well, you can do anything after this.
You can win a boat.
I think
I don't know.
it's like the idea so Claudio loses via he absolutely like knocks the tar out of him through the duration of the match. Moxley's really dead selling, roll the tights, pulls the tights, whatever. And then you get a promo probably on College or like at some point over the next week where like Moxley is kind of like repeating what he was doing in that Death Riders backstage one, pacing, playoff season, guys. Like, I told you, like, punch you, I'm unbeaten. And you're just seeing Claudio sneering from the corner, you red bastard. And Marina's face acting last week was brilliant, kind of not really knowing where to put herself. It was after the O'Reilly match where even like, you can, when you're a heel and in a heel stable, like, it's a heel quality to do like a rule change. And they've done like rule changes because look at all the awful things they've done. And then when he gets in there, he's lost to Kyle O'Reilly and he gets in there to like do the dirty work. Shafir's like, that's not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
You were supposed to win. And then we can do the bag over the head stuff.
Yeah.
You've got to win first. Like, they decided that like that's not against their code or whatever it is. This is that. And while we as fans can be like, yeah, you sneaky bastard, it's Claudio and Marina and even Wheeler Yuta at ringside, or Garcia especially, who Garcia's, like, did you notice when they left at the pay-per-view, like, Moxley's like trudging at the back, come on, guys, let's go, scram. And Garcia's looking at Claudio going like, and Claudio goes, come on, let's go. So he's under Claudio's wing now, in wing corner. He's not under John Moxley's wing, is he? So you've got like all that to play with. While like Pac gets on with his business in the Gold League, it's Claudio saying, why am I having to chase this now because of that? Like he'll feel really wronged for the remainder of the tournament. And like, I've moved stuff. Sometimes the match matters corner with me, Michael Hamflett, who otherwise doesn't care.
Come and do the corner.
I still think about those Bar Shield matches, genuinely, as like, how did they do that? How in that WWE did the Bar and the Shield have matches as good as they had? And part of it was because like Moxley and Seth were the best bumpers Claudio could have ever wished for in a WWE run that went wrong a million different ways. Like, they were so good at minimizing themselves to his big moves.
Tell like the boys love Claudio and see so much in him.
They wanted to bump, like when they were told to go out there.
Sorry.
Well, they were told to go out there and
hate myself.
Big Show and Kane. What they really wanted to do was sell that way for Cesaro.
Yeah.
And they would get the chance to. And I just think you're never going to have seen Death Rider's John Moxley look as small as he does when getting tossed around by Claudio. It's going to be great.
And you mentioned Marina Shafir in there, and she is, of course, one half of the Mega Problems with Megan Bain.
I hate that convention.
Megan Bain taking on the Timeless Love Bombs.
Why does it always have to be wordplay or a pun?
I mean, I can't really talk on this. I just
everyone in the semis has got a name, or had a name at least. Obviously, what the other half been.
I think you can get away with Mega Problems because Timeless Love Bombs is like one of the all-time worst of this year.
Yeah, just come up with a different name.
That being, of course, Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa. It's the other semi-final.
I don't even like this synchronized this business, and I love one of them in wrestling typically, but I don't like that.
What's your favorite one of those?
I
can't think of any off the top of my head. I just like it when they do it.
I'll tell you what was a really good one. Scott Steiner, WWE babyface, mullet Scott Steiner. Was one in the All-Americans versus the Foreign Fanatics match for some reason.
Foreign Fanatics.
I think Jacques from the Quebecers does a sort of shake my hand, and he goes like, for America, like that. And he's in his like they're in the red, white, and blue. Steiner Singlets, Jesus Christ. Maybe this Lex Express thing might work after all.
He's
oh my God, Brett's wearing a singlet.
I tell you what, I was. You know when people say they do tape study, and like like all the great heels of like Yore are the best ones that like kind of flamed out, but they were great, like hot stuff. Eddie Gilbert and all the rest of it. I would do some math in my head. Wrestling would be, I want to say 100% better. That's high pitch. But a good 70% better if a few more people studied Jacques Rougeau.
Yeah.
Be such a great arsehole, isn't he?
Yeah, what a bastard. Loved him, man.
I love
Mountie was a dick.
Yeah.
Mountie was a straight up dick who needed dealing with. Like, and then the boss man would deal with him, and Brett would deal with him. Like, yeah, Mountie's gone away. Oh, Mountie's back.
Yeah.
Somebody got to deal with him. Mountie. And that was two of them. Jesus.
Such a good bitch as well.
Yeah. The cocky Quebecers, they rule.
The Quebecers are awesome.
So back to the Timeless Love Bombs versus Mega Problems, the other women's tag semi, of course. Winners face Babes of Wrath in the final. It is a hardcore holiday death match.
I don't care about Plunder, but I've got a feeling they will make me care, and I would put that exclusively on Shafir and Storm at this point. They are both excellent in this environment. It's one of those. It's like you feel like such a fat bastard watching Plunder matches because you don't really want it. You'd rather just not have it for a while, but when you see it, you go, I better. And then you feed the beast, don't you? And you become wrestling becomes a big fat bastard who can't hit the gym. I don't know what any of this is, to be honest, really. But you know what I mean? It's like, I'm part of the problem. I'm part of the problem. I should be looking inward. And, I can't control anything, but I'll pop for these matches and I'll praise it on the podcast because this is going to be great. I've got a feeling. I'm part of the problem because I'm just going to lick it up.
I've got a spot.
You got a spot?
Got a spot.
They were doing tit stuff on the 4-way match.
What is... I'm not really...
Selling a tits, Tony Storm.
Not really a Christmas guy, but...
So what's this called, sorry?
A hardcore holiday death match.
So they didn't go with our suggestion of Minge Madness?
No.
What stipulation was that?
Well, remember I don't think they ever did it in the end because of some kind of injury or other, but they were going to do Meat Madness.
Yeah.
For a Revolution. I want to say last year or the year before. So I came up with Minge Madness. This is when we were speculating on potential, well, what's the stip that the winner is going to choose on the preview, which you would not have been here for.
I've remembered the phrase Minge Madness being bounced.
I'm pointing at Hamflett because he's a part-timer.
Yeah.
There you go.
Minge Madness. Have you got any filthy Tony Storm?
I was going to say, what if like Tony Storm
blooding up to your nuts and her guts?
I was going to say, what if she was stapling like a lot of the women's vaginas, and then there could be an AEW Mingery crisis.
Good.
Is that what your spot was?
No. I don't care for Christmas, but I've been faking it since the kids were born, and as a result, I've watched Home Alone a lot. What if, right, it's 1-1 for Marina Shafir stepping in stuff. The broken baubles, like in Home Alone. The glass baubles.
Oh, but it is a holiday-themed death match.
Theme, right? So she sold it in the first one, where she got the atomic drop, and then she no-sold it in Blood and Guts. So which way is it going to go this time? We'll wait and see. Tune into AEW Dynamite.
That means you've nailed it.
That's the one, isn't it? The broken glass baubles, and she walks through them, and it's like, nah, I'm hard as out now, and we're going to win the tag belts. Or she's like, oh, and the baby faces win.
And Megan Bain opens a door, and there's like a flamethrower, and sets her big headdress on fire.
It's a Home Alone match.
And the dumb thing is, in AEW, this kind of stuff is not implausible.
Buckets of paint.
I was about to say paint, yeah.
Swinging in.
Because Shafira is a Death Rider, and because of like the lore of like what got done to John Moxley, Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa could respectively hang Bane and Shafir with tinsel.
Love that. They
Over
could
the middle
strangle
rope.
them with their new T-shirts that they got for Christmas, couldn't they? That say "Respect the Business." Wilbourn,
Yeah.
right? What's the code?
Huh?
We've got an offer code. Haven't we?
Yes.
We've got new merch. We haven't plugged it once. That's pathetic.
That's right. But it's like I've so
Well
like
remembered.
delicately like thrown that at the conversation. It's like they won't even know. But yeah,
We've
they've bought
got
these.
new merch and it rules. And
bought
if
this
you don't
respect.
get it, as I said on Twitter when I was impersonating the dead man, if you do not purchase these wares, I will take your ass to merchandise court.
WhatCulture.com/shop. Use code WrestleCulture for 10% off T-shirts, mugs, and even an apron.
Not do the code as I don't know, the Dynamite Preview. But no, repeat yourself.
I'm not involved in that sort of thing.
Code is Wrestle Culture, is it?
WrestleCulture, all one word. WhatCulture.com/shop for new merch in time for Christmas.
Shirts, mugs, and aprons that say "Respect the Business."
Oh yeah, you cooking Christmas dinner or any kind of festive feast, then you might want to protect yourself from grease. And if you cooked, you would know sometimes you're making a bacon and egg sandwich, and you just got a nice jumper on, and you haven't thought, oh God, grease is going to pop at me, and it's going to go over my jumper. What's that? That's grease. Yeah? You know what doesn't come out after repeated washes?
What's that?
Grease. It's a son of a bitch.
But there's no solution to that problem.
There is, mate. If you buy a Respect the Business apron from
WhatCulture.com/shop.
using the code,
WrestleCulture.
you can get a discounted and goated apron to protect yourself from grease. And it is a significant issue as well, grease. I've been popped by grease quite a few times.
I am grateful for this solution to this problem, Sidge, but I've like envisioned the apron in my mind's eye or gone to the website to actually look at it, and I've thought, well, that's so good. Like, I want to wear it out in public. But then the very nature of an apron means you kind of need to keep it for your kitchen. So I can't wear that in public. I can't wear Respect the Business on an apron and wear it like on this podcast or to work or with friends.
You can wear it on a T-shirt because they're available.
I know what you're thinking as well. I can't wear white after Labor Day. That's the thing, isn't it? There's black ones as well that say Respect the Business.
Oh, no, I've chipped my mug.
Oh, you can get a mug there. WhatCulture.com/shop. Use code WrestleCulture. Who have you got going through, by the way, in this?
I will say,
Baddies.
I should have said this. I expect the match to be good. A lot of we've come up with the layout, so you're welcome to it. I really like the idea that there's a babyface team in the final, because I know it's C2 season, so you will get heel on heel action, but that's very, very rare, and it's only because of the framework of the tournament that you're going to see this kind of thing. If the Sisters of Sin had won, you'd know the result. But wrestling bookers do babyface versus babyface matches like a lot these days. So I feel like doing that match before this one was a really inspired shout. So I think it's completely open wide.
Could have called Babes of Wrath getting to the final, though, this tournament, eh? I mean, most people were saying they were going to go out in the first round. Someone did, though. I can't remember who that would be. It's just the one women's match, though, of course. It's not on Dynamite. Do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Is there any point?
It's
over.
I still want to beat him.
Oh, yeah. That's very good.
Forgotten the scores.
1 second.
It's all over. I've won again
yeah.
for another year. Yeah, I realised this.
Right, that's
You look at the
Fergie stuff, that
combined scores.
wrapping it up this early.
If you look at the combined scores,
Yeah.
Okay. What you will determine is that we need to be in this room a lot more together next year. That could be a New Year's resolution for everybody.
Or, well, I don't want to be in this room ever again after 2025.
Because you might as well tell them.
We'd like to be in a better room. We're moving really soon.
Yes.
And the exciting thing, obviously, is that we're going to have like a new aesthetic and all that kind of thing. But it's worth telling people that there might be a period where the sound / visual / updating schedule gets delayed. Not cancelled, not stopped, just delayed.
Yeah, just it might be slightly...
We might have to do a couple of pandemic-esque laptop ones from different rooms. Who knows? But just because Phil and
It
Nicholas...
might just go smoothly and just don't know.
Phil and Nicholas are diligently working at the moment to get the tech setup ready for our move, but these things tend to not quite work as we would like. So if a few podcasts in the next couple of weeks go out a bit late or don't sound the usual self, I'll look like this or whatever, it's because really awesome stuff is going to be happening as soon as it's all ready. There's always normally a gooey middle.
Before we get to the name of the game, though, Sid, what's the aim of the game?
Well, the aim of the game is we want to identify to the hour, minute, and second the first time you hear the first note for the first entrance theme for the first wrestler to come out and wrestle in the only women's match on Dynamite. Because if we can just identify it to the hour, minute, and second, we can really nail the pattern. And this pattern is, well, it's very, very cynical. Because what tends to happen more often than not is that women's match, that sole women's match, in and of itself a total joke and a total lack of parity, tends to fall into that 1 hour 20, 1 hour 25 minute range, or at least it did for what felt like 2 years before they kind of got rumbled and decided to cheese it and just run around the 2 hours.
It's still only like a swap, isn't it? It's like that spot, that's
Yeah.
the second spot.
Yeah.
So we want to highlight and, in fact, bold, italicize, and underscore this ain't good enough and we know what you're up to. Because the reason why, more often than not as often, but more often than not, it goes to that range, it's because you get a full hour of hot men action doing great wrestling where the best wrestle. And then you get almost invariably main events with men in them. Why does that women's match, that one women's match, fall just before that main event, you ask? Well, it is because I think, this is my personal theory, AEW come Warner are thinking, we've got to get the birds on. Yeah, the Wokes will kick off. Ugh, yeah, I know, but the Wokes will kick off. We're going to have to do this. And yes, there's been passion projects and but it's still that mentality. It's still evident in the fact that there's only one women's match a week most weeks. If we do the sunk cost fallacy here, if we're thinking of our audience, Jim and Joe...
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Jim and Joe from Little Cock, Arkansas, they're not going to be happy with the women because, woke. But if we can convince them, oh, God damn it, Jim, women are on. God damn it, what is this, a pudding bowl match? What? One-on-one singles action? What the hell is this crap? It's woke. It's woke. I can't do it. Well, it's 2025. Check it out. Check it out. Joe voted for Obama. So the woke people, the anti-wokes, like one of them's actually getting woke in this scenario I've just constructed, but they are looking at Jim and Joe from Little Cock, Arkansas and thinking, if we can just convince them, yeah, it's only one women's match, and you've already been here an hour, sunk cost fallacy, stick around, the main event's coming. That's what I think is going on. And I've lifted the lid on this, and I'm going to tell you, with my tinfoil hat on, that's what's going on, people. Open your eyes. Okay. So that's the aim of the game. You want to nail a pattern. If we just get it to the second, that is the day that everyone realizes and life changes forever. Okay. That's why we play. And you're thinking, Sid, you got a bit nuts there. You've introduced characters to this already incredibly convoluted explanation. Can you jingleize it for me, sir? And I would say, as you wish. So to jingleize the cynical thing that's going on here, don't worry, guys. When the women come out to play, the main event ain't too far away. And that's the aim of the game. The name of the game is not covered in this song, but I do a song now. And that is... Lying in my bed, I see the fuse lit and think of dudes caught up in spreadsheets. Men's bouts are nothing new. Booking Dynamite, divisions fall behind. Suitcase with men's belts. Guy after sometimes you picture me. I'm booking too many men. You're calling to me. I can't hear what you have said. Then you say, book girls, I fall behind. No second match you'll find. If you're lost, I can book you. Will find me. Guy after guy. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be booking. Guy after guy. Ladies' night.
Brilliant again.
You do these for wrestle culture.
Not to that standard.
And I like dicking around with wordplay. But something I admire about Michael Peter Sidgwick is that when he does those, you might think, I could race to the chorus here and they're not going to mind. And he doesn't. There's like a loop in the first verse and he f***ing braves it. And I love that because when a new guy after guy was coming, like that, you can reveal it if you want to. Work rate. That's what that is.
Storytelling.
Where is his respect?
Storytelling.
Thanks as always.
Guy after... I was so proud of that.
Yeah.
To the Panda Blair himself, Adam Blair, at Adam Wilson 4, and Jose Palomares, at the Ho 11, the guys who always take care of the...
Data.
Thanks for this sort of thing. Just realised that I think our last game of
Feels
this...
like the last time we played this game, AEW was still hot.
It was the end of October.
Yeah, they've had a few...
They've had a few,
2
like...
for weeks as well. It's been the best year ever for it.
3 hours, so we didn't know if they were going to chuck all the women's matches onto Dynamite or what.
It's never been less wild to predict that 2026 is the year they just crack it. There's been a lot of it. It's been a really good year for this division in 2025. We can say that in good faith while still playing this game.
Despite the fact that the man who's picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has won the game this year.
Yeah, he undermines my point, but it's still true. Yeah. Both these things can be true.
Defended my Ladies' Night title. No one's ever done that before.
Nope. Proud of yourself?
Yeah. I worked on a strategy over the winter last year.
Yep.
Came in, put it in practice.
You were well drilled.
Output.
Exactly.
Process, output.
Mentality.
I mean, it's, as Sid says, I've won it with 9 correct guesses this year. You two are both on 5. So...
all right, yeah.
Still to play for. Second's better than third.
So threatening.
I still just like to win.
how it works.
I like to win, I like to not lose.
I like you to win and to not lose. The dynamic's better when that happens. Can't care.
Yeah, I know you don't, man. Just for the purposes of the thing that I've just been talking about for the last 5 minutes, could you just pretend?
It's inclusive, isn't it, of everybody? They know the crack. They know us.
Pretend you care. It's a competition.
Oh, come on. It's so close.
I got it the last time we did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is my guess. Who wants to go next?
Sitch.
1 hour. I think they like to break up the C2 matches. So I'm going to go with 0, 38, and 3. Actually, no, I'm changing that, baby. 30 flat. 03, 003. 03, 003.
Bringing songs.
The half an hour mark.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. Is there 3 C2 matches?
3 C2 matches
So
in this.
far.
Yeah.
He never does a foul. Very rarely does a foul. I'm expecting one more to be announced.
It would be funny if he just to spite Triple H did a foul match card and just smashed it.
Yeah.
That would be very funny.
This Dynamite looks awesome.
Yeah. I'll go, I think Joe and Kingston's thing opens, doesn't it? Oh, no, they'll open with a match and then do that. Okay. 1 hour 20. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's too close to yours. 1 hour.
Yeah, just do it. Screw them.
1 hour 21 minutes.
Flat. You always go flat. You can't even be asked to think of the seconds.
Yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, let us know your thoughts ahead of Dynamite tonight.
I love the song. I want the game to die.
Yes,
I would like.
I'll think of a way to crowbar in a song.
That's what. That's what.
Maybe
I
a
want.
monthly song.
Weekly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let us know your thoughts in the comment section or on X at WhatCultureWWE. Where actually you can follow all three of us. You can follow Michael Hamflett at
Michael Hamflett on Cameo or HamflettX@gmail.com.
Follow Michael Sidgwick at
M. Sidgwick.
Follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCultureWWE. And make sure you subscribe to What Culture Wrestling wherever you get your podcast from. For daily wrestling podcasts, we'll be back tomorrow to review AEW Dynamite on the day of the What Culture Christmas party as well.
Oh, banter.
We'll be back later to review NXT. But for now, it's been the Dynamite Preview. My thanks to Hamflett and Sidgwick. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you soon.